These are indeed challenging times, which will transform your startup. Anyone who tells you that it is not is lying. Now, whether the transformation is negative or positive depends on one person the most, you, the CEO of the startup. I'm not going to dwell on how this can be negative for you and your company, for I'm sure you've had a lot of time to think about that. Instead, I want to share my perspective on how this can be positive. Early stage startups fall in primarily two categories: pre-product market fit startups and post-product market fit startups. The biggest mistake a pre-product market fit startup makes is to scale too early, for they want to participate in the market din. They want to get their story out there. They want to be known, rise above the noise. Well, in a crisis like this, the volume of that noise is much lower. Those distractions are reduced, and you finally have a golden opportunity to focus on the one thing that you should be most focused on: iterating with your design partners to build an awesome product. Likely, you will lose some design partners, for they will be asked to address immediate needs that the company has because of this COVID-19 crisis. But this winnowing out will further drive focus for you, because now you will be working with design partners who truly value what you're building. They have a more urgent need than perhaps you thought they had before the crisis started. For post-product market fit companies who are starting to scale their business, the answer is not this straightforward. It is a bit more challenging. You likely had plans to scale sales and marketing, which need to be torn apart, and they need to be redrawn. Believe me, we've gone through that. The key in such times is to focus with two priorities in mind. That's what we're doing. Number one is customer focus. Ensure that you spend time onboarding and making your early customers as successful as possible, iterating with them to make sure that you wow them both with your experience but also the enhanced product. You want to make sure that at the end of this crisis, they are the ones who speak most highly about you and your company. The second is to make your product as easy as possible to use for new customers. For some products, this could mean small success and huge success. A lot of startups fail because there's too much money being invested in sales and marketing. And that is done because the product is not as easy to use and the company needs more touch with the customer to onboard. But this is now the time to take this opportunity to make sure that your product is self-serve, as easy to use as possible, so that in the future, onboarding, getting new customers onboarded is much more cost-effective. Every crisis is an opportunity. But for startups, this rings truer than elsewhere. Thank you for listening.